Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Creation Homestead. My name is Jason, and now, well, we've talked about this plenty enough, but if you're not familiar with us, then we do all of our stuff here on this in our backyard. Okay, it's not a whole lot of space. We have a half-acre lot, and we use the back half of our lot. Essentially, it's just our backyard, so it's probably about half or less that we do all of our food growing on. So obviously, you can't exactly grow everything, absolutely everything that you're ever going to use, right? Especially when it comes down to fruits. A lot of times what we do in order to get the fruits, that like if we want to do some bulk buying on fruits, we go to a local U-Pick. We'll do the peach truck for peaches. If you're not familiar with that, it's Georgia peaches that shipped all over the country on a truck, and they show up and you've pre-ordered peaches in a bulk manner, and they're delicious. But like we'll go to a berry farm. Today, Angela and I went to a local berry farm and bought 13 pounds of blueberries. They're wonderful blueberries, organic. You take your own container to go grab it, and these are just delicious blueberries. It's a lot of fun because you can just kind of take them and pop them in your mouth. And that's really a great way to source a lot of your fruit. Now, we go to an apple farm, so there's an apple orchard up from us that we always go to buy a bunch of apples every year. So we've got the peach truck that comes to our area from Georgia, by the way, and then we got that berry farm that we go to, 35 minutes from here, and it's a lot of really good fruit that you can get in that manner. And what we want to talk to you today about is sourcing your food from wonderful places that are local to you and that do things the right way and that are delicious and give you a good price, because you can't exactly grow everything on a small space, right? It's not everybody's got access to having large pieces of land and a bunch of fruit trees, a bunch of berry bushes and things of that nature. There's all kinds of places that you can go to that you can get really delicious food for a really good price, and at the same time you are supporting local farmers, local businesses, better sources of agriculture than what you may be supporting and by buying out of the store. And you're storing up your food as well. You can buy stuff to cans, stuff to freeze, whatever you're going to do with it, but either way, it's a great way to source your food. A lot of these small farms are like easily found on Facebook, so you can go to Facebook, search for a farm, whatever, or what kind of farm you're looking for. It should come up things in your area. You can contact them on Facebook. You can look up questions that have been answered on Facebook, like for instance this berry farm. We always suspected that it was organic. Somebody had asked them if it was organic, they said yes. If they're grown organic, they said yes. Now the thing is, a lot of places they can't advertise to be organic because of different laws. Okay, so if they're certified organic, they can advertise that, but without being certified organic, you cannot advertise that you're organic. Most of the time these small places cannot afford to be certified organic because it is so expensive and takes such a long process to get there that you can't advertise that you can't be certified organic, so you can't advertise to be organic. But if somebody asks you a question, hey, are you growing these organic? Yeah, we do. That way you can be aware of what you're getting. If you're concerned about that, then you can do that. If you're not concerned about that, then it's okay. Like honestly, the orchard we go to for our apples, I have no idea if it's organic. I know they do things really well. I like the older man and woman who run it. They've always been extraordinarily nice to us. And another bonus of a lot of these farms, like a lot of these local farms like that, is that you can also get honey there. Local, raw, unfiltered honey. We got some at the berry farm today, which is delicious. And when we go to the orchard to get apples, we get some there, which is delicious. They have bees there because their stuff needs to get pollinated, right? Especially I'm not sure how easily like berry bushes are wind pollinated, but apple trees, they need the bees. So they've got bees there to pollinate their apple trees. So we've always get delicious honey there. It's just such a great way to do things. Now look, like the berries were U-Pick. So U-Pick meaning that you go and pick it yourself. So you need to take your own container a lot of times. Like for instance, that container that I just showed you is a wonderful container to use. It's food safe, and it's also collapsible. meaning that it collapses, right? So it pushes out and pushes back up, and it stores way easier that way. If you want, by the way, we'll leave a link to the description, or leave a link in the description for that container if you're looking for something like that. We'll use it for, you know, picking in the garden, picking beans, picking blueberries when you're out somewhere, just picking random things. It's a really nice container, or a really nice like harvest basket, I guess you should say. And it's like, I forgot the price, $17, $18 from Amazon. Again, link in the description if you want to check, if you need something like that, check it out. But it's a wonderful place to go. The orchard is not U-pick that we go to. I've heard them say, a lot of people say like orchards a lot of times won't be U-pick because it's a little more liability insurance wise. There may be some out there, but sometimes people get concerned about, you know, if you're trying to pick apples from the top of a tree, even if they're pruned down to, you know, 8 or 10 feet, you still might need a ladder. Well, there's some liability issues, and they don't really want to get into that. So the orchard is not U-pick that we go to, and it's okay. So but they do a great job. We get a great deal on apples there as well. So but if you go to like a U-pick place, be aware that you should be respectful of their property. Like they've worked really hard on this, on their farm, to get it to where you can come in there and pick some delicious fruit. So like today, for instance, you know, I heard some parents telling their kids, "Don't run, be respectful." Some parents didn't. You know, okay, running through is not the end of the world, but you know, if you don't let your kids go crazy, right? But hey, be respectful of their property and the bushes. Don't break them, things of that nature. Like Angela and I picked a section to go pick in, and we felt like we needed to pick everything there, not just the easy stuff, right? Because it's so easy just to go and pick the easy stuff, and that's all you do, and you leave everything else to sit there and rot. I feel that's a little disrespectful. Okay, so but obviously we were looking to pick a lot too. So I mean, the smaller berries were just as good as the bigger berries. It doesn't matter. They all eat the same, right? But so we be respectful of it, and like they don't mind if you eat a few berries while you're picking them. Okay. Angela overheard some woman say that their kids had eaten an entire bucket full of berries. That would be a lot of berries, by the way. But don't eat that many. You know, she said, "Oh, we're gonna eat. Oh, okay, this one's already ate an entire bucket full of berries. Now we need to pick some and take them home." That's a lot of berries to eat. Because I mean, unless she went up there and said, "Hey, look, he probably ate about 5 pounds of berries," which would be too much. I don't know how you could eat that much. I'm sure she was exaggerating. But either way, don't eat a pound of berries while you're there. That's stealing. Okay, don't do that. Eat a few berries while you're picking, get a taste of them, whatever, that's fine. They don't care, okay? At least where we go don't. We've heard them say, "Hey, eat a few berries, it's okay." You know, you got to taste some while you're eating. Don't eat a pound of berries, come on. So be respectful of them and their craft and their property and their time and their effort and the work they've put in, right? And also, you know, they've provided you a great service, because local food is so much better. You keep your money local. It's actually the way the economy works better. You're not buying food that was mass produced or mass grown in like another country, or even in a state that's 2,000 miles away from you. You know, it didn't have to travel and all this and be harvested by machinery, things like that. I mean, there's just, local food's better. It just makes your economy work better. The food's better. Your community's better. Go support a local farmer. Well, no matter it be for berries or apples or peaches, eggs, local meat, whether it be local tomatoes. We have a friend or acquaintance, I should say, in North Carolina who has a tomato U-pick. They have a tomato U-pick where they sell massive amounts of tomatoes. If you can't grow enough tomatoes that you want, find a U-pick. I bet there is one. There may very well be one. Okay, it's an absolutely great way to, first of all, get out, get away from everything, get away from your phones, get away from all the junk, and enjoy being outside picking your own fruit. That's a amazing thing to do. But also, get involved with your food, get involved with your community, get involved with your farmers. Know who they are. Support them, because they're supporting you by growing that food, right? So support local farmers by going to U-Picks, by going to these places and buying the food there. Freeze it, store it away, freeze it, can it, whatever you want to do. Dry it. You're better off for it. Your community's better off for it. Farmers are better off for it. You're supporting everybody, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. It goes in a circle. Everybody's supporting everybody, right? So, again, that's my public service announcement for today. Go support your local farmer. Buy some U-Picked berries. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. We do appreciate it. My name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.